Good morning, everybody. How are you this bright and early morning? I see we have quite a few people over here, and I'm looking at my crawl over here. So good morning, everybody. Welcome to the third crafty chat for the Card Making with SVGs Plus Summit. This is our second to last one. Tomorrow will be the last day. And I have some new celebrity guests here, or I guess they're over here. So if you don't know me, I am Elena Anderson with Black Sheep 303 Creative. I am the host of the Card Making with SVGs Plus Summit. If you are not already registered, like you've just stumbled across this live stream, this event is happening October 4th, 2025, and you can get a free ticket down here. And each day we have 6 different card projects that you can learn about for free, download the SVGs, get all kinds of fun stuff for free for 24 hours each of the 4 days. And then it's kind of the idea was to combine cutting with your electronic cutting machine, like a Cricut or a Silhouette or a Caesar, with some new techniques and trying to bring in some more traditional, like stamping, dyes, inks, markers, that kind of thing, card making tools, to sort of interconnect the two worlds because they tend to be quite separated. And so I would like to show people who use like Cricut cards and other kinds of cards, how to add in extra techniques to really jazz them up. And because I'm an SVG card designer. So now let's talk about some of our other people here. Michelle, why don't you introduce yourself?
I'm Michelle Price, and I'm kind of here as two people. I'm teaching as myself for Bits and Pieces Paper Lab, and actually that's exactly what I love to do is make cards with my Cricut or Caesar machine. So this is just absolutely perfect. So for Bits and Pieces Paper Lab, I'm teaching a card that's inspired by one of my favorite books from when I was a kid called There's a Monster at the End of This Book that was about Grover. I don't know if you guys remember this, but so my card looks like just kind of a fun Halloween card, but then there's a monster inside of it. So a little bit different where like the design is inside. Then I'm also here as 12 by 12 Cardstock Shop. I am the marketing director for 12 by 12 Cardstock Shop. And for that, I am teaching a pop-up ghost card where the little ghosty floats above the graveyard. Whoops. Anyways, so I'm here as double duty, and 12 by 12 Cardstock Shop is an online shop full of tons of cardstock. We have everything you could ever want for card making and scrapbooking and all kinds of paper crafts.
They really do. And a special line just for cutting machines too.
Yeah. Do you want me to tell you about that?
Sure.
Okay. So our Encore line, this is, we have an Encore brand, which is our in-house brand, and it's specifically made for cutting machines. So we have textured cardstock, we have foil cardstock, we have glitter cardstock, and we even have a cool sequin glitter line that also cuts on a cutting machine. And then we're coming out with a couple new lines really soon too. So we've really kind of honed in on the need for paper that just will cut and you won't have to worry if it's going to cut or not. So yeah, go check it out.
Definitely. All right, who's up next? Jamie, give us a rundown of who you are.
All right. My name is Jamie. I am from coffeeinmykitchen.com, and we do all kinds of different crafts over there. We do paper crafting, home decor crafts, and hobby crafts, mostly with the Cricut machine. And then we have some things on there that are not with the Cricut machine, but it's really, really nice. And very happy to be here. And I can't talk this morning because I haven't had enough coffee, so I have to go back to my kitchen and make some. But I don't know if y'all had a chance to catch my video. That one was on Thursday. Let's see. Yeah, yes. Wednesday, Thursday. Okay. And but the free gift is still available. Let me show you, flash everybody here. And this is a candy cane shaker card. And so if you go to my website, there's a banner at the very top. It says Welcome Makers. You can go ahead and click that banner and get the link to download your free candy cane card. So I hope you enjoy.
That is so cute.
Yeah, really. Yeah. All right, Lucy, tell us about yourself. And your fancy background. Oh, you're muted. No problem. Happens to the best of us. We all do this at least once. Oh no. Well, you guys, you know who Lucy Foxworth is. She's the paper architect. She is known for all of her little paper houses that she designs and builds. She has so many cool techniques for that. She has a great Halloween tunnel card that she is using lots of cool techniques on, and that is available for viewing today, as is Michelle's. Oh, there we go. We got her.
It was just the mute button. I thought, I'm like, I didn't set it up right. It was just the mute button. Yeah. So paper, glitter, glue, and yes, I do usually make something with houses. So for my video, I did, I went to Europe for the first time this year, and we saw sort of the famous castle that Disney used as a basis for the Disney castles. And so I wanted to do something with that, and I wanted to add some depth to it. So I did it. It's kind of a sort of a modified tunnel card. It's not real deep, but the card kind of moves so you get some depth. But almost everything I do has houses in it. Like this was one I made during my event just for just like a little luminary. You could put a light in it. So, and that's free on my website. I don't remember the name, so I don't know what it's under. But anyway, hey y'all. And I have a book called with lots of cards, but mostly I do make 3D houses. So paperglitterglue.com.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, so it's Crafty Chat. So if anybody has questions about anything, please feel free to throw them in the chat and we will answer them as we see them. What do we want to chat about, ladies? I'm kind of tired this morning. It's been a long few days for me.
Yeah.
But I hope you guys are doing better than I am.
Oh, hey, I wanted to ask, can I ask a question for
Absolutely.
Michelle?
Yeah.
Okay, I was at my uncle's house and I put my stuff out on the porch and then it rained like crazy and my paper got wet.
Oh,
And
no.
I ironed it and it cut. Have you ever done that?
Oh, wow.
I've never done that, but that's like a real thing. In fact, if you live in a super humid area and it gets left, like normal shipping, it gets shipped, it's dropped off on your porch and you pretty quickly bring it inside. But if it gets left outside in like a really humid location, it can actually affect the cutting ability. Like the paper almost absorbs some of that moisture and it won't cut great. But that's a great idea to iron it though.
I couldn't believe that it worked, but it did. So I just wondered if you'd had experience. I'm in South Carolina, so it can get pretty humid here. And I read that you could do it, and I'd never done it, but it actually worked. And I just wondered if you'd had experience with that.
No, but that's a great tip. That's amazing.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Yeah.
Paula
So
said,
your colors didn't bleed together like when it got?
Oh, I ironed one sheet at a time. Yeah. But Paula says she uses her heat press.
Oh, that's a good idea too.
Now that
Like
for
an
those
iron.
who have heat presses.
Yeah. I live in Boise, Idaho, and the 12 by 12 warehouse is in Utah. So both of those are really dry climates. So it leaves in good shape. But I have heard that people that live in really humid conditions can have problems. So yeah.
Oh.
Interesting.
Well, I'm in Colorado. Super dry here too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Which has its own problems.
Yeah.
Okay, Lucy, what did you cover the paper with before you ironed it?
I didn't cover the paper. That's what I was trying to type and say. I did not cover the paper. I put it on the lowest setting, and then I tested to see how warm it was. I put it on just on the ironing board and felt how warm it was. And then I ironed. Then I realized I needed a little warmer. And so I just ooched it up, and I had to make sure it was a steam iron. I was at my uncle's house. I had to make sure that no water dripped on it. So I had to keep below where it kind of automatically steamed. And I just ironed directly on the paper. It was really cool.
That's so cool.
Wow.
Yeah, I was
That's
happy.
like a tip for the day.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, iron your paper, and then somebody will like burn it
Interesting.
up. So
Yeah.
if you try this at home, you have to be very, very careful, and we are not responsible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Disclaimer.
Disclaimer.
Yeah, disclaimer time.
Right. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Well, the other
Well,
day, oh, sorry, go ahead.
no, go ahead. Go ahead.
Oh, Debbie Jenkins was saying that like if you spritz your paper a little bit and then like put it in an embossing folder or do that kind of thing, that actually helps. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd never done that.
Yeah, no, Tim Holtz is where I learned to do that. And he says he spritzes it. And when I make a 3D object, like a circular object, if you lightly spritz it, it'll curve rather than fold and bend. So a lot of times I'll spritz my paper so that it'll conform to the shape I want it to do.
Nice.
Yeah.
I
That's pretty
actually
awesome.
just did last month. So 12 by 12 Cardstock Shop has subscription boxes, like monthly subscription boxes, where you get like a curated set of cardstock, and you also get a free SVG class. And last month we did a project that had paper leaves in it. I guess that was 2 months ago. Anyways, this is how I made my realistic paper leaves. Is I cut the shape out, the leaf shape out, and then I did exactly what you said, Lucy. I just like spritzed it and crumpled it and let it just like sit for a minute, and then I unfolded it and let it dry. I didn't unfold it and like flatten it. I just kind of like loosely unfolded it and let them dry, and it worked so good. They look really like realistic and crunchy.
Oh,
It
cool.
was fun. So if you're making paper leaves, try that.
Oh, and the other thing about paper leaves, even if you use colored paper, if you will use some spray stain, it adds so much variation
yes.
to them, and they really look like, you've gathered them from outside.
Oh, now I want to just go make a pile. You're inspiring me.
Yeah. I'm like, oh, I want to get messy.
I'll get my little fall wreath when I'm not on camera, because I don't want to get up and right in front of the camera. But Joe is asking about changing cut lines to score lines. There was a brief period when Cricut allowed us to designate within our designs that these score lines were score lines. We had to type it in under whatever program we worked with, and we would say score, and it allowed us to do it. But they took that away really fast. I think, it's a business. I think they want you to use design-based designs. So we have to do a workaround, and we have to tell you. So it's not really grouped. I kind of attach all my score lines together, and then I group them with the piece they belong with. And then you have to select the lines themselves and convert them to score. I think other people use perforated lines. Does Dreaming Tree do that? Other people do perforated lines, so it actually cuts it for you rather than scores it. But I like score lines. I think they look better, so I don't use the perforated line. But it's kind of a pain. But it's just not automatic. It's a workaround we always have to do.
Yeah, I agree. I do the same thing, and like my score lines are usually red fill, although like you can't tell when it comes into the design space, it looks black. But if you click on it and you see the fill color is red, then it's supposed to be a score line. And I know like Nick, the Bearded Housewife, he'll do like two versions of the file. So like one has the cut lines that you change the score lines, and then one has the perforated lines. But I don't want to like do perforated lines for my score lines, because then you're going to have Cricut just score. Like if you change those to score, it's just going to score the little tiny bits. So it's kind of workaround. That's what we have to do.
Yeah, I know it is frustrating. I did at the beginning of both of my of my monster card, I did do a little tutorial about how to switch those back. So if anybody needs to know how to do that, you can watch the very first chunk of my video, and it will show you how to do that.
Cool.
Because I know, that is frustrating. It's frustrating for the designers too, because like obviously we want to provide something that is easy to use, but there's just no option.
Yeah.
They left it there for like a month. Cricut allowed us to do it for like a month, and it was a pain because you had to kind of designate what was cut, what was score. So you had to go to this special part, and it was a pain, but it wasn't. But it is so useful for everybody that that it was certainly worth it for us to do it that way. But they changed
Right.
it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, the problem is with SVGs, at least for me, like I'm not designing just for Cricut, so then there's the other machines do it differently. So even if we could designate it as score in Cricut Design Space, I don't know what would happen.
Oh, it
Or was
works.
it just, did it work in like Silhouette Studio and stuff?
Because I had an old file that had them designated as scored, and somebody who used a different machine, it worked for her. It
Oh,
still
that's
works.
nice.
So I mean, maybe we could do. I need to get some other machines just so I can serve people better, because I make my stuff is kind of complicated, and you really want it to be as easy as possible for them. And so I need to get some other machines so I can play around with them.
Anyone
Caesar.
is out there, Caesar or Silhouette or Scan and Cut, Lucy Foxworth.
Yeah. Caesar will read them in as the dashed score line. So, well, I guess it's not a score line, it's just a dashed cut. So if you design them with a dash cut, Caesar reads them in just as that, just like Silhouette does. So
Yeah,
it's
same
kinda
with Scan
handy.
and Cut. If you make it
Yeah.
a dash line, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So there you go. There's a long answer about that. Yeah. There's issues with like, and Scan and Cut, for example, like with SVGs, doesn't save any of the colors or the groupings when you open it in that. So the whole thing
Oh.
turns black.
Oh.
So you have to go into the layers panel and like recolor every layer, which is not great.
No.
Yeah.
Well,
Never
I
used
didn't
one of
used to do colors in my designs because I was using cardboard and I painted everything. And then people are like, "Where are the colors?" I'm like, "What are you talking about? The colors? You got to paint them." And that's still my favorite is painting.
Mhm.
And you can paint on cardstock too. So you can, and that's one thing you wanted to do in your event was kind of elevate it so that
Yeah.
people could. I think it adds dimension. A lot of Cricut projects I think are very flat, and so I
agree.
like to add to shadow and stuff. So to add
Definitely.
dimension.
Yep, I agree.
You definitely have a skill for that, Lucy.
Well, thank you.
So where do you get your ideas? I mean, I know you got a lot of ideas from your trip to Europe, but like where
Yeah.
do you
No, everywhere. We were I was showing my friend downtown, and she's like, look at that house. And I said, oh, I made that house, and I've got that one on my list to do. I have one file folder on my desktop, crafty ideas. And then, so I just keep them all. So I take screenshots, and I work really hard not to copy other people. I
Yeah.
really try to be original. So I try to do variations, but honestly, whatever you see, you're at one of the craft stores and you're like, I like that, but I could do it this way. Oh, wait, I'm going to get up just real quick because I only have
Yeah,
here.
absolutely.
I'll
We
show
do
you
it
an
through
idea.
all the live streams. We've all been like wandering, getting up and grabbing things. So no
Okay.
problem. Jamie,
So-
you're back.
Yay, Jamie. Okay, I'll do this real quick and then. Okay, so Martha Stewart had a vase, and it was shaped like a tree stump. And then she glued like creepy crawlies on it. Somewhere you can see like the snake. She grew, and it was a candy bowl, and you reached in, and I'm like, and she probably used some $100 vase, with height. And I'm like, I'm a paper person. So I did, this is poster board and brown packing paper. Oh, and these are my leaves.
So cool.
Yeah. So you take something like that, her idea, it's Martha Stewart, who has beautiful stuff, and then you make it, oh yeah, this is Lucy, paper mache. So
Yeah.
that's just,
Love it.
that's just the way ideas evolve.
Sure. Cool.
I do the same type of thing, but I recently I saw a cookie. Okay, I was at like a holiday bazaar. I think this was last year, and I saw someone had like decorated one of those fancy cookies, and I was like, oh my gosh, that's adorable. So in my head, I'm like, I could make that into a card. And I came home and did it. And then like this year, I saw that someone else had done almost the identical thing. And like we both released them about the same time. It's just crazy how did that happen? And maybe it was like a cookie that was posted online and I just didn't know. And so she saw that same thing, but I was just like, I tried so hard to like the original, but it just blew me away. So yeah, I just get inspired by everything. Like one of the things I think that's most inspiring to me is graphic t-shirts. Like when I see cool font combinations or color combinations or just like design details, I get really inspired by graphic t-shirts too. So
Yeah, that's cool.
Everything makes me want to make a card.
Me too. I did a Christmas tree cookie card. I hope I'm not the one who looks exactly.
No, you're not. No, yeah.
But I got the picture. Like I did a search for pictures on Google, and then I just found a few that I liked, and so then I created my own version of it. You know, and turned it into a card. So yeah, cool.
Yeah, I'm not saying she copied me. I'm saying we both somehow made the exact same thing.
Right.
Yeah.
We know good ideas when we see them. Maybe, I don't know. Where do you get your ideas, Jamie?
Let's see. I honestly seem to get a few ideas from like TV shows or just, you know, sometimes I'll see, and then of course, you know, different creators on YouTube. And seeing what other paper products and stuff other people have, but then putting my own spin on things. As far as the TV stuff goes, when I make home decor crafts, I'll often look at the, you know, how the TV set in the show is set up, and if they have something cool hanging on the wall or something like that. So I'll see if I can recreate it on my end using the Cricut machine or with paper, you know, some different elements and things. So. And then colors, I also like to see, you know, how, you know, the colors blend together and stuff like that. So that'll be inspiring. So
yeah, nice.
Yeah. That's cool.
You have a very cute display behind you as well.
Ah, thank you.
Did you make those flowers or the?
Those are actually artificial flowers.
They look great.
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah.
That's fun.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're kind of.
I did a video maybe it was like 6 months ago, on my personal YouTube channel, but just about how to like take inspiration. I know I see a lot of people who they will look at a project and so let me back up. When I look at a project, like it inspires me to kind of create my own version of it or create something new. A lot of people, they want to just like take it and like copy it exactly. And so I think there's kind of two types of creators. Either like you want to just copy it, or you want to just be inspired and kind of branch off and go in your own direction. And so, I think both are fine. But what happens is, if you copy it exactly, then, you know, if you're trying to have a social channel, it's hard to like, when nothing's really like truly original, it's hard to post it and kind of claim it as your own. So anyways, I did this video about how you can be inspired by something, and just kind of the steps of how you be inspired by something and create something new. And I think one of the biggest tips that I have on that is, if you see something you love, take a second and really analyze what it is about that. You know, it catches your eye, you love it, but what do you love? Is it the colors? Is it like the design? Is it the theme? You know, kind of pick out what it is you love, and then just use just that portion. So if you see, like I did one where I saw this Paige Evans scrapbook layout where she'd like basically created like little, she'd sectioned off her scrapbook page so that it was like rainbow colors all the way around. And I just was like in love with it. So rather than just copy that, I turned it into a card, and I did kind of the same concept where I sectioned off my card and kind of grouped light colored elements together. So that's, I think one of the biggest tips I have is just really take a minute to figure out what it is that is catching your attention, and then just incorporate that little piece into whatever you're making, rather than just copying exactly.
I love that.
That's cool.
I got to use that. Because I think I tend to get more like, oh, I just love the whole thing,
Yeah. Well,
Right.
That's
yeah.
that's a really good point. I like it.
Or like find two things you love and then incorporate them.
Just use those
So
two,
you make
yeah.
something new. Yeah.
Mhm. Nice. Do you guys use AI at all to inspire you or get ideas? No. Jamie does.
I do. Yeah, I do. It's nice to like I'll look at Pinterest and see what's out there and stuff, but then sometimes Pinterest can get kind of limited. And then, so it's kind of fun to pull, some ideas from AI and, kind of see what it comes up with. And I have noticed though, it can be very limited as far as like, it works great for like marketing and, helping to write emails and stuff like that. But as far as getting like ideas and then like the measurements for those ideas, and it'll say, oh, can I make this, two dimensional or three-dimensional design for you so you can see exactly what it is. And so it'll pop out something, and no, that would not actually work in real life. So I have to be careful of that.
Yeah. I use Midjourney, which is like an image generator.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
So I'll put in like a prompt for, like something I did a pop-up like tree card for Brandy Summit last year, and I wanted it to be like Scandinavian style. So I did like a, give, Scandinavian pop-up Christmas tree card, blah, blah, blah. And then it'll generate like images. And usually they're really either way too detailed or like really just off, but it's enough to give me like, oh, well, that's a cool idea. So I'll take maybe I'll take one of the ideas and adapt it. And that helps me quite a bit, especially if I'm looking for a specific kind of style for something.
Or that's a good idea.
Yeah, coming up with the styles can be hard, and there's so many different styles and themes and things, and so for it to be able to do that is really helpful.
Yeah, I love mid-century stuff. Lucy, have you done any more mid-century houses?
No, I only have one, and I have to do that. I need to make a collection of it because they're such great houses. Do you know? Talk about inspiration, and I'm sorry, we're probably running out of time. Elgato Gomez, do you know that painter? She's on Pinterest a lot, and she does these real mid-century things. And they're like, there's always like some really skinny, elegant woman with a really elongated cat, but she'll have these cool mid-century houses, and I've like drawn shapes from her. I need to do those. Yes, I need to do those, but I haven't yet.
Yeah, I kind of
Elgato Gomez.
Oh,
Elgato Gomez. Look her up.
Elgato Gomez. Okay, I gotta write
Nobody knows her real name.
Oh,
she sells on
Cat Gomez.
Elgato Gomez, and it's just great, and she's very inspiring especially for mid-century. Just you can do it on Pinterest or Google or whatever, and you can find her.
I'm gonna look her up.
Yeah.
Cool.
No audience questions. I mean, we had a couple. Okay, well, they just come to watch us chat. I saw somebody said that we should do a cruise.
Oh, yeah.
Sponsor it. That would be amazing.
Yeah, get somebody to do it. Yeah.
Oh.
Where do you go to learn how to use AI?
That is a good question.
Yeah. I have used YouTube quite a bit for that, at least as far as how, like, what ones to use. That's how I found Midjourney, and then how to write prompts to get more what you want. But I love Claude too. I don't know if you guys would use Claude ever. I use Claude to write my instructions. He does a great job. From my transcript, like I upload my transcript for my video, and then he'll write, and then I have to tweak it always, but it's always like it saves so much time. But yeah, like as far as how to use all the bazillion like different ones there are, and I think different ones are better at different things. So it's like
for sure.
Just
yeah, we'll definitely start with the free a free one if you can. I think
Yeah.
Midjourney costs a
Mhm.
little bit of money, but
Yeah.
there are other ways. Well, now ChatGPT will even do some things. Remember when everybody was doing those boxes like they were a doll? Do you remember when they were like
Yeah.
you'd say you
Yeah.
wanted
The Barbie.
yeah,
Mhm.
like
Yeah.
you'd do like Barbie and you'd in the box and
Mhm.
you could do that with ChatGPT and it was
Mhm.
kind of dumb about it, but if you did your prompts right, with a plastic cover, realistic looking, little houses in the background, it finally would come up with something that was pretty fun.
Mhm.
So whatever you do, use a free one. Yeah, the action figures. Yes.
Mhm.
Use a free version first, play around with it, and then
Yeah.
decide if you want a subscription model.
Mhm.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
And I think it would be for like background papers and stuff that you could print. I think
That's a good idea.
I
Yes.
think you could do those pretty easy.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. So 12 by 12 cardstock could do a really good paper for printing background paper. So, you stay in the
You
market.
know,
Yeah. And
not
I
a
think,
big deal, Michelle.
I think they need paintable paper too. I want them to stock some watercolor paper for painting.
Okay, so we do actually.
You do.
Oh.
I couldn't find it.
Well, I guess we don't call it watercolor. It's the Grana Grossa, and it's I guess it's more of a letterpress cardstock. It's got that like kind of dimpled surface.
Yeah.
So we have that. We have our version of Yupo if you want to use alcohol inks, and then Nina Classic Crest Solar White. That is like the best white smooth cardstock. It's one of the favorites for stampers because it will absorb the ink, but it like absorbs it just the right amount so your lines stay nice and crisp and your colors are vibrant. So yeah. But I wonder, I think you could probably print on that and get the same results
Yeah.
because
bet
it's
you
just
could.
so smooth and good.
Yeah. That sounds like a
I'll
great
have to try
idea.
that.
That's a great one for coloring alcohol, like Copic coloring.
Yes,
too.
it
Yeah.
works great with Copics
Yeah.
too. Yeah,
Yeah. Kelly just
and
said,
it's cheap. Yeah.
how would we find a cruise ship that has a Michaels or Hobby Lobby on board?
Right.
That's what the sponsors would have to like bring their own little booth full of their stuff that they could sell. That would be like the
Right.
incentive behind it.
That'd be so much fun.
That would be fun.
Yeah.
That would be.
Maybe we could somehow like arrange to be like stranded out in the ocean for 2 months and just be like, darn, we're stuck here
Oh,
with
no.
all of these craft supplies. What are we
And
gonna
all
do?
this good food
Right.
and drinks.
And enough glue.
Shucks.
Michelle, Paula
Hmm.
wanted to know that paper again, the name of the paper. I guess the
white
white
one?
paper. Yeah.
It's Nina Classic Crest Solar White. So it's a bright white, smooth cardstock.
And it's Neena, just so you know.
Yes. Yep.
Nina. Yeah, that's a classic paper.
That's a good one.
Silhouette Studio
Ooh.
versus Inkscape. Ooh, okay. I mean, I can take that if anybody.
No,
I've used
that's
both.
not a me question.
Ooh, boy. I don't know how to say how hard. They're both hard. Neither one is going to be like just open it and use it. There's definitely a learning curve to both. I think Silhouette Studio is a little bit easier, to be honest, because the tools are a little more like obvious. And even though there are a ton of them and it can be really intimidating when you first open it, Inkscape has tools too, but it can be like a little bit harder to figure out what they are.
Mhm.
Versus like the little pictures for the Silhouette ones are a little more like, oh, that's probably, like right, changing the line or whatever. And Inkscape's a little harder to do with that. You can design SVGs obviously in both. Both are free. The only issue with like Inkscape's just free totally. It's
Mhm.
kind of buggy as a result of that, but that's how I learned to make SVGs originally. I did take a class on how to do it. I paid
Mhm.
for it, but it wasn't super expensive. Like I think Abby Kirsten might have a class,
Mhm.
Inkscape, yeah. And I would encourage that for sure. Silhouette Studio, to export SVGs out of it, you do have to purchase the business edition, which is like $99, but you only have to buy it once. It's not a subscription, unlike things like Illustrator, which is what I use, where you have to pay for it every month. And it's super powerful too. And so if you're thinking about designing SVGs and you're picking between those two, to be honest with you, I'd probably go with Silhouette Studio just because I think it's more multifunctional, and because you can use it for your own crafting too, especially if you have a Silhouette machine, as well as designing SVGs in it. But I would again encourage you probably to try to take a class. That's the fastest way to figure it out. I mean, you can go on YouTube and search for all kinds of videos to help you learn it for sure, either one, but that's going to take you a lot of time. So it kind of depends on time versus money in terms of how fast you want to learn it. I hope that answers the question. They're both great though. But I think with Silhouette Studio is less buggy for sure than Inkscape.
But also, wherever you start, the skills kind of transfer. I started as Inkscape for free, and then it turns out Cricut likes Illustrator, Adobe Illustrator better. And so I switched to Illustrator, and I could switch the skills pretty easily to Adobe without like terrible stress. The problem with Adobe is just the expense per month. But I design all day, every day, so it's certainly worth it for me. And if you have a student in your class, in your house, if you have somebody who's going to school, then you can get the student version, which is much cheaper.
But it only lasts for 1 year.
Oh, they can only go to school for 1 year?
Apparently.
Oh, I didn't know
My
that.
husband's a teacher, and so he can get the educator discount, but then after the first year, it goes back to the regular price.
Oh, that's rude.
Yeah, I know.
It is.
I hope you guys can't hear my dog. My dog is being really gross over here, so hope not.
Nope.
Okay. Alcohol ink pens that don't cost a small fortune. I can take that one too, if anybody.
What was the question? I can't read it. I'm blind.
Can someone recommend alcohol ink pens that doesn't cost a small fortune, like Copics? Because Copics, I think, are very pricey.
Aren't Sharpies alcohol ink based? I know you can, if you want to make your own alcohol ink, you can put a little alcohol in a jar or something and put your Sharpie in it, and the color will diffuse out, and you can make your own alcohol ink.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
I mean, they're not blendable the way like Copics are. So that might be why you have to put it in the alcohol to get the color. But I mean, I use Spectrum Noirs. They're not as inexpensive as they used to be, but they are great. They work just as well to me as well. I mean, Copics are probably, the quality is a little better with the Copics and like the tips on them and stuff, but I really like the Spectrum Noirs. You can get those in a pack for like a fairly reasonable amount of money. So, and Alta New has some too that I don't think are super pricey either. So,
can I jump in on that one?
Oh yeah.
Sorry, I'm in the background.
I
have an answer to this, and I don't know how to type it all over.
Yeah.
My go-to whenever everybody asks me about like what are the best pens, there are some really, really good pens that come in packs. They're not refillable. You can get probably 36 to upwards of 80, and they're all like off brands that you can find on Amazon. They're all alcohol based. And I always say, like, if you've never dipped your toe into, like coloring and ink blending and all that kind of stuff, start with one of those. And you can get a pack of 36 for, I want to say, like $20.
Oh, wow.
And it gives you a start. And then if you're like, ooh, I like this, then I would say, okay, now you've got your base of your colors and they all work well together. That's the stupid part, right? Or the great part. Now go, okay, do I want to do, and here's the other great thing, new brand on the market, well, not new, but newish, that is also very affordable, is the Ohuhus. And I just love saying the name Ohuhu. It's just like the best name
Sounds
ever.
like a cookie.
It's like Ohuhu. It's just really fun. And they're more price affordable as well. There's also the Olo markers, which their price point similar to Copic, but the Olos, the ink that's in there will last 3 times longer. and it's comparable. And you can buy a couple of markers from one brand to see if you like it, try a couple markers from another brand, see if you like it, and pick different colors to add into your color palette until you find the marker that you love and the style of the nib and all the other stuff. And then once you find the one you like, then just keep buying that one. But there's nothing wrong with doing a couple here, a couple there. Start with the cheapie set and then just keep building if that's what you like to do. Not everybody's a coloring person. So start with the cheap stuff first and then build onto that. That would be my suggestion. Okay, I'm back out again.
Yeah, because I have like a few Copics and then all the Spectrum Noir. So, you don't have to, and they all work together. But I also have full set syndrome. So I think I have to buy all the colors or something.
That's great.
That's funny.
Ooh.
Oh, hey, Michelle, do you use the Leonardo software for Caesar?
Yeah, actually. I mean, I don't design in it, but I do have a Caesar and I really like their software. I think it's, like I said, having it just read in the dash lines is so handy for me, especially when I'm like cutting a bunch of stuff and I don't want to upload my files and have to like mess with changing all of that. So yeah, I do. I haven't designed in it. I've just like opened stuff and cut in it.
Mm.
Shelly was here yesterday when we were talking about machines, and she's used it quite a bit, and she really likes it.
Yeah.
She said it's like you could design in it, just like you can in Silhouette Studio.
There's a ton. I mean, it's definitely one of the more robust ones. It's got, yeah.
Is it exportable? Is it an exportable design?
Yes.
Yeah. Yep.
It's a Katerina.
It's your cat. Oh,
She's an old lady. She's an old lady.
She's like, I'm helping.
I'm gonna send to her because they always turn their butt to the
Of course.
camera. They like you wearing a diaper.
Oh, funny. Oh boy. Well, we've been going for about 45 minutes. I don't know. Is it time to wrap it up and get on with our day? It's been really fun. Any last minute questions, anybody? Oh, I see. Oh, Kelly's going to try Leonardo. Let us know what you think, Kelly.
Mm.
Has anyone used the distressed watercolor pencils? Joyce,
I've used those.
You have?
I like those. Yeah, I like those. I'm trying to think what I used them for recently. I don't know what. Oh, I know. I was trying to color some stamps, it's easy to put the color exactly where you want, and then you wet it a little bit, and so it flows. So if you had an embossing ink, then you could control exactly where the color goes. So yeah, I like them.
Cool.
That's
I've used the
cool.
crayons. I'm like down on the latest thing, so I don't have the latest stuff. I like the crayons a lot. I love those. Really, any Tim Holtz product is amazing. So
Yes. Stop it.
Yep.
I love Tim Holtz stuff, and I watch every single one of his YouTubes, but I just can't. It's like I love the style, but I can't do it.
Oh,
Yeah, it's not really my style.
Yeah, I just love it though.
I usually take all the like really bright colors and like go nuts with those.
it's
Oh
me.
yeah, nice.
Yeah. So if you can see, I like distressed. I put like some purple inks on like for the siding, like one by one. I go through
Wow.
and yeah. So
Oh my goodness.
And then
That's
I
awesome.
love his stone stuff.
Oh yeah.
So I like to do the stone with his paints and get dimension in them. And
Wow.
oh yeah. Yeah, I'm nuts about Tim Holtz products and forgetting dimension. Oh yeah, and Vulture Gulch.
Oh.
This is my Vulture Gulch Mercantile, my little.
So
Oh,
cute.
cool.
Oh.
Yeah, but those are his paints, and I have a crackle paint technique I use, and then I use his alcohol inks to make a rusted roof. Yeah,
Nice.
yeah, I have a problem with Tim Holtz. Ooh, I must order now. This just came out. Type it in.
I used to do that. I've stopped myself.
After a
Like,
while,
I can't watch him anymore. I will lose all of my money.
yeah, and then storage.
Yes.
Right. Yeah.
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 Mm-hmm.
Oh, Gene's saying it's hard to know what ink to buy because the influencers are always saying this one is the best. That's true.
Yeah.
I think it's kind of a matter of playing around. Like I have like every distress ink, but I have like a little bit of Hero Arts, a little bit of Lawn Fawn, a little bit of Catherine Pooler, a little bit, and so I just kind of have tried different ones. Or if you go to those like stamp and scrapbook expos, if you have one of those near you, where you can go and take classes as well as like buy to your heart's content. I used to go to those a lot and take some of the classes so I could try out the different products and then I could get a feel for what I liked and what I didn't. And,
Good idea.
for the class, but it's not super pricey. And you get to take fun projects away at the end. So
That's a good idea.
Cool.
You have to listen to the people you trust,
Right.
know. So all of us are out there. I do a live every Monday, and so people end up trusting me. And the same thing, we're often in these same events, and then you say, well, these people are real. Like what you're doing now, this isn't like influencer. These are real things that work for us, and so I think rather than paying attention to influencers as people, you kind of get to know and like, yeah, I like what she does. I do trust her to, her recommendations.
Yeah.
Right.
And for me, like anytime that if somebody asks me to review something, and I don't really do it so much anymore, but I used to a lot, I was always like, okay, I mean, I will do it, but I have to be allowed to say if there's things about it I don't like.
Right.
And I always had people be like, that's fine, but I know there are certain brands that are like, no, you have to only say the good things. So just from an ethical standpoint, that was important to me, So,
Yes.
That's good.
For sure. Yeah.
So you kind of got to find maybe those people who are more willing to be like upfront and honest and not just being paid by a brand to, or given a brandy gift or something,
Right.
And find somebody whose style matches yours. If you make stuff like Lucy makes, then you're not going to be using inks the same way that like I'm using inks because I have a totally different style. So find someone who matches your style and watch their stuff.
Yeah, totally. And sometimes there's like a through line of like things that people like. So like if you go to say, like a Cricut specific event and people talk about the same product over and over and over again, like the brayer, then like you might realize that, okay, there's like 50 people I have now seen talk about this one thing. I should probably try it. Like that's how I often I'm like, oh, I've heard that like 20. That's why I think how I started using the Nina paper was because like I heard about it enough times that I was like, I gotta try it. And then it's like, oh yeah, it is really good.
That's cool.
Of course, if it's really expensive, you gotta think twice. But
I never used the brayer.
You never use the brayer. You need a brayer, Lucy.
I know.
Or do you have something else you use?
My mats are so non-sticky. There's no reason to brayer them on.
Oh.
So
do you use tape to hold down?
My desk is outlined with blue tape.
Yeah, I've been there.
And they call it Lucy tape because I use it so much. But I know I'm like, I'm not doing a brayer. I mean, my table's not flat. It's covered with cat hair. You can't even bray it flat. So, yeah. That's when people, that's one reason they watch me because I'm like, I'll be talking and then I'll touch my face and I'll have like white paint all around, and they're like, oh, that's Lucy.
Loretta
look,
likes your
you
paint
just
shape.
dumped the paint over, Yeah.
Do you ever have vision? Like I do that a lot too, but I do like really, like some really kind of intricate little bits and stuff. And so if the mat doesn't stick all the way across, sometimes as it's cutting, the paper will start to lift off the mat and the blade starts ripping. So sometimes that doesn't work for me.
Yeah.
But yeah.
No, I have a problem with that. So I do duplicates of the small pieces because I know that's going to happen. So like, I don't know, sometimes the tips on this didn't cut right, so I always
Yeah.
cut 2 of them out. So yeah,
Mm,
but
that's smart.
I just don't like buying new mats. So
I know.
You can
I
restick them.
stopped buying the Cricut mats. For some reason, the Cricut mats to me just all of a sudden are not sticky. So I buy an off-brand on Amazon. They're a lot more sticky. They last a lot longer too.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Well,
Cricut.
I paint them with tack-it over and over, and you can't paint where the rollers go, otherwise you'll tear your rollers up. So I just paint. Let me find one. Yeah, this is a beat up one. You can see there's like no reason to brayer this. So I paint it with the tack-it over and over just on the sticky surface.
Mhm.
It works pretty well.
I do that. That's what I do too. Not with. I've heard tack it over and over is good. I use Zig 2A glue, but it's the same thing.
Yeah.
Susan wants to know what's 12 by 12 working on that's new.
We have
Can
a
you
lot
tell
of new
us
stuff
anything?
coming. So we actually, our textured line, which is the one that was made for cutting, we're actually releasing a whole bunch of new colors.
Ooh.
So that is coming
Fun.
in about a month. We're a
Ah.
little bit delayed from what we thought we were going to be, but yeah. So there's going to be tons of new colors, and then we're coming. I guess I'll just spill all the beans.
We won't tell
we're-
anyone.
Okay, don't tell anyone. We're gonna do our top. We've actually got these. These will be releasing probably next week. Our top colors of textured cardstock we're making in smooth, so there'll be a smooth cuttable option if you're into smooth cardstock. Then we are releasing our Dazzle line, which is a smooth pearlescent. I actually, no one has seen this yet. So this is like real new, but they're smooth, but have like that pearlescent
Oh,
finish.
wow.
Ooh.
It's gorgeous.
Oh, that's
So-
cool.
Wow.
So that's
That
new.
is
And
beautiful.
then we have one more new line coming as well before the end of the year. So
Just in time for
yeah.
Christmas.
Yep.
Ooh, that's nice.
Yeah, so ask for 12 by 12 cardstock shop gift cards for Christmas because there's going to be a lot of new things to buy.
Thanks.
Oh, and you guys are offering a discount on the Encore paper line during
We do.
this event.
Yeah.
So Erin will put the link to the Encore line in the chat, and then the code is CardFund12, and it runs through November 7th, I think you said. Yeah.
Yep.
It's
And
on
that's
there. It's
good.
on their page on Saturday, but
Yeah.
you can jump
And
in
that's
now.
good. It's good on any of the Encore brands. So like the glitters. Yeah, you can buy any of the Encore paper. So that would be the glitter, the textured cardstock, the foils. We have vellum, like anything that is in the Encore brand, you can use that code on.
I want to show
Stock up.
something really quick. I'm not going to give away I don't know if you can tell this, but I use the sequin glitter.
Oh my gosh.
Green. It's so cool.
That's pretty.
Can you believe it cuts? You would think like that is not going to cut. And it does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it cut really well too. I mean,
Yeah.
it needed a little more pressure than like the regular texture,
Mhm.
but not much.
I use the poster board setting on it, so it's a little
Oh,
heavier
okay.
and it cuts twice, so it catches.
Yeah.
Yeah, I used it. Did I use it? Oh, I guess I didn't use it. I thought I used it on my little bats. Okay, this is also my favorite paper. This is my favorite paper in the whole store right now. It's called it's Encore Lavender Blue Unicorn Foil, and it's like silver, but then it like I don't
Changes,
like okay, so
yeah.
it's silver, but then it's like blue and purple. It's just so like mysterious and spooky. I love it.
So are you retiring any existing colors as the new ones come out, or just keeping everything?
Only two. There's only two colors that will be retired. Yep.
Oh, that's
So
good.
we're gonna have 160 colors when we're done.
Oh, wow.
Wow. That's
Nice.
awesome.
Yeah. Fun.
How many times will a Zig glue pen restick a mat? Oh boy.
Hmm.
Lots. I have the same pen, where is it? That I've had forever. And I did like all my Cricut mats, all my scan and cut mats, all my silhouette mats. Haven't used it again in a while. So that's probably like 20 mats at least, and it's this big bullet tip.
That's cool.
And it's still going. So
Wow.
a lot. I can't tell you exactly how many, but quite a few. And you know, because you're doing a really thin coat. You don't want like blobs of glue or thickness at all.
Right.
Hobby Lobby mats. I've never used Hobby Lobby mats. They work amazing and have a better life than Cricut. Huh. I'll have to look into those. Does the grid line up? That's always the issue I have with like some of the knockoff mats where the grid on the knockoffs don't quite match the grid in Design Space. And that can cause issues sometimes if you're doing like print and cut or engraving or those kinds of things. But if you don't really do that, it wouldn't matter. Silence.
I just am like deep in thought. Thinking, have I tried to print and cut on a, yeah.
Tell us about the 12 by 12 cardstock subscription. Susan wants to know. Like the box.
Yeah. Okay, so wait, let me grab something.
Grab one.
Okay, so this is another thing I love. I get to work in a place where I just love everything. So I'm so lucky. But we do these boxes every month. They're called Happy Mail boxes. And it's basically like a curated box of cardstock. Everything matches. And I'll show you. This one's cut. Okay, yeah. So I've totally cut into this because I made a project with it. But like everything coordinates just beautifully. This is a terrible demonstration. You should look at the photos on the website. But
it's on the fly.
We just like mix textures and so we start with a color palette and then everything just coordinates. So this month it's green, red, and some really pretty golds. So we've got like our pearlescence in there and then some like glittery options. So yeah, that's what you get. And then every month you get about 17 to 18 papers in the main kit. And then you get 4 mystery items. And so the mystery items are so good and they're like exclusive. They're one and done. We find stuff, we put it in the box for the mystery items and they're not in the regular shop. And then you get free shipping and then you get a free SVG class. So this month it's Elegant Noel and we're making elegant Christmas cards. So you get the SVG files and then you get like a video class too. So if you sign up for like 6 months, it's $29.99 a month, which is really a good deal for basically 22 sheets of cardstock, a class, and the SVG files, and free shipping. So
yeah,
it's fun.
That is good.
We try to make them fun.
And your stuff's so unique. At least, especially the like glitters and the foils and all that. Like you have so many cool color. I mean, you have all of them. All the lines have so many cool colors to them.
We've tried to like just make sure that we have everything you could ever want. That's our goal. So yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. What'd you get, Lucy? Oh, tag it over to her. Okay.
Ooh, all right.
So that lasts a long time, obviously.
Yeah. And I just try to put a lid on, then I smear it. I use like a scraper tool and I smear it so it's a real thin layer and let it dry.
Yeah, I use the scraper. Like if I get blobs of glue, then I use the scraper to like, pull it out.
Yeah.
Oh, do you use it straight or diluted?
I just use it straight. I've been really happy with it because I just get tired of buying them and but when I have a new event, like I have my Halloween event and I bought new mats, I'm like, I'm not cutting all this stuff and having to, mess with it. I'm getting new mats. So that's why I have a few mats. Well, this one was a new mat, but I beat them up pretty bad. I cut all day long. Yeah, I'm sure you do too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I don't like to throw them out either. It just seems like such a waste. Waste of money, and then also just like you're throwing this plastic thing in the trash, and I just feel guilty.
Right. That's one of the things I like about the Caesar machine. So Cricut, it puts everything in the top left corner, and so I mean, I get lazy, so I just cut everything in that top left corner because I don't want to move things around. But the Caesar machine, like when you load it, you can like, there's arrows on the machine. So you load your mat and then you can like move it down, move it up. So you can cut all over the mat. And I think the mats last longer because you're spreading it out a little more. And it's way easier to just like hit the arrows like and move it rather than getting in the software and moving it. You know what I mean? It's just
Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, yeah, silhouette,
do.
you can just put the items, like you see the mat on the screen, and then you put the items like on the, it's kind of like using the actual mat. So you can cut from anywhere on the mat to be based on where you put the design in the software. Same with
That's how
scanning code.
Caesar is too. Yeah. You can like put it wherever on the mat, but then also you can like adjust your mat before it cuts. You can
That's
you can
nice.
set the starting point. So,
That's nice. Yeah.
Mhm.
I don't think Michelle can see the question. She got
no,
two.
I don't have my glasses on.
So Ruth wants to know, to clarify, so sub only, subs to the card box or the paper box, only free shipping for US, right? Not international?
Yeah, the subscription boxes are only available in the US because of the free shipping. So yeah, unfortunately. Now we do, at the end of every month, we usually have like 5 to 10 extra boxes, and we just list those in the shop. So if you don't mind being kind of a month behind, you can buy them and then just have them shipped internationally. We ship everywhere in the world. So we even ship to like tiny little islands where the address was like,
oh wow,
third house on the left. Like, I mean, we ship anywhere.
Cool. So. That is cool.
Another question for you, Michelle. Ava asks, she says, I have the subscription, but I've never realized there was a free SVG file. Are those files only available during the month of the shipment?
No. So your boxes always have a flyer in them, and there's a QR code with all your classes. So yeah, if you want to email me, Michelle at 12by12cardstock.shop, and I can help you track those down if you still don't have your flyers.
Cool. Yeah, that's
there was nice. one other question. Do you give cut setting recommendations for fancy cardstock in the subscription boxes?
No, but we should. That's actually a good idea. We have a cut setting chart for our Encore textured for all the different machines, but you know, I'll start doing that when I introduce the classes, talk a little bit about what I do. But like the glitter, the sequin, those ones I use poster board because it's thicker. I think it's like almost 100 pounds with the glitter. So I use poster board, which automatically double cuts and is a little heavier. So yeah.
And I think I used heavy cardstock with more pressure was what I did on the Joy Extra.
Yeah. Fun stuff.
And they're asking about Jamie because she hasn't been talking.
Jamie, you're so quiet.
I know. It's okay. I'm just absorbing everything everyone's saying. I'm learning a lot here. It's fantastic. Yeah.
Jamie, tell us your life story from the day you were born. Right now, go.
Gosh. Well, long ago. Oh, well, I guess some fun facts are, let's see. My husband and I have been married for almost 22 years, and we got married fairly young, and we have moved, I think it's 8 or 9 times now to 3 different states. And so we met and married in California. We moved to North Carolina for work. We moved to Oklahoma for family. And now we have just relocated to the Nashville, Tennessee area again for family. And I'm hoping that this time we stay here instead of moving every, 6 to 8 years. So I'm kind of done with moving at this point. So, but every place we've lived, each one has its own experience, different folks to meet and everything. So that's been really fun. And so each place, it's nice to have the crafting and in the online community, because that fortunately never changes and stuff.
Yeah.
So that really does keep me grounded during all the different changes of life and everything. So I'm very appreciative of it. So.
Nice.
Yeah.
Where'd you live in North Carolina?
We lived in near Raleigh.
Oh, okay.
So.
I have family in Asheville and Charlotte. So.
Oh, okay. Yeah, awesome.
Yeah.
So we're a little further, I guess, an hour or two towards the coast, I guess.
Think, yeah.
However that is. So.
Yeah. So northeast.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
And where are you in South Carolina, Lucy, if you want to tell us?
It's Greenville, South Carolina. It's called the Upstate.
So you're close to North Carolina.
Yeah, where I
Very
can ride
close.
my bike there. It's like 30 miles. So,
Nice.
when I rode my bike. Yeah. So yeah, it's not far. And it's near the mountains, the mountains of North Carolina. And everybody thinks like mountains in the South. The highest mountain on the East Coast is in North Carolina. It's not in Vermont or Washington, or New Hampshire. It's actually in North Carolina. Whole 6,000 feet, but anyway, yeah. So it's pretty mountainous.
Those Smokies are gorgeous.
Yeah,
like the Asheville area. Oh my God,
it's beautiful, and it's come back after the hurricane. So Asheville's doing pretty well, and the surrounding areas, they've worked so hard to bring it back to life.
It's still right down on the river, though. Is still pretty bad. I mean, they're rebuilding, but boy, it's going to be slow. I mean, it's just, it was awful. So bad.
Yeah.
Were you hit very hard?
I didn't have power for 8 days, and I just had surgery on my foot, and I was on a knee walker. And I'm like, what am I going to do? Like roll around in a circle? I'm like, there's nothing for me to do. So I had to go about 90 miles away to find a hotel in Rock Hill. And then I didn't have internet for 30 days. 30 days. Because so many trees were down. And, we weren't in hard hit. It wasn't nearly as bad. But yeah, it was pretty dramatic here. People would drive down from North Carolina to get gas, and there'd be just a few gas stations open. It was really hard.
Yeah.
And we're like 500 miles from where the hurricane landed in Florida. 500 miles, and it did all that. It was freaky.
Oh my!
I remember when it happened. I was like, "There's no way that a hurricane is going to damage the mountains of Western North Carolina," because that's where my aunt lives, and she's elderly, and and then bam! I mean, just wiped out, and her whole community had to be moved. Like, because they were out of water. Same thing, no water, no power for it was longer than a month, I think, and they got moved to other apartments in a totally different part of the state and stuff. Is really bad.
Well, we'd had rain. We'd had like 12 inches of rain in the 3 days before, unrelated to the hurricane. Just this front came through and dumped on them. And so the ground was like it was just ready to slide anyway.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Loretta's, she lives in Western North Carolina, so she's at 6,500 feet. Yeah. I'm in Denver, so I'm
Western Colorado. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, that's sorry. High. What did I say? Yeah, and I'm in Denver, so I'm at like 5,800.
Wow.
Yeah, that's definitely high.
What's your elevation in Boise?
I have no idea.
Oh, you gotta be close. So like, you might be higher than I am.
Boise's kind of like in a basin. There's mountains all around us, but I don't even know what the elevation is. Let me look. But in Boise, we don't have hurricanes, we don't have earthquakes, we don't have tornadoes. Like, come to Boise because you're safe here.
Blizzards. You have snowstorms, right? Like we do.
Yeah, but they're not bad. Yeah.
No. We don't really, I mean, we get every few years, like we'll get a really, really bad one where like the city's shut down for like a day, but then.
Yeah, that's same here. Yeah. Okay, I'm at 2,700 feet.
Oh, okay. Higher than most.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, Jean saying 30 days without internet would kill her. Yeah. It would kill me too.
That's just great.
Oh yeah.
The libraries had internet, so I had to go. I did lives from the library.
Oh wow. You kept up with your lives. Oh my God.
I did. I was determined. I did them in a hotel room. I did them at a friend's house. Went to the library. I was pretty determined. And I'm on a knee walker.
Oh wow.
I crashed going to Hobby Lobby. I had to walk like a mile to get to Hobby Lobby from the hotel. It was 3/4 of a mile. I'm exaggerating. So 3/4 of a mile. And I noticed there was a slight incline going to the Hobby Lobby parking lot. So I'm like, I'm just going to ride down it. So I put both knees on the knee walker.
Oh
So
no.
the lady like rolling on the ground, and they're like, "Are you okay? Are you okay?" and I'm all bleeding, you know. And so I go into Hobby Lobby and I get the stuff because I'm in a hotel, so I needed some supplies. And as I came out, the manager standing there, and she's like, and I said, "Oh, I crashed in your parking lot." And she's like, "I know," because like, what am I going to do? Sue you? Because I was like,
You're probably
"Why are
worried
you
about
mad?
it.
I just messed up." But nobody rides on a knee walker because they're not stable. And I'm like, boom. Yeah.
You are dedicated.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
Yeah,
And then somebody's like,
seriously.
"What about Uber?" And I'm like, it never occurred to me. It's only 3/4 of a mile. Yeah. So what? I only have 1 foot, but yeah,
That is funny.
I didn't think of it.
Oh no.
Oh, that's great.
That's funny.
Well, probably on that. We've been going for an hour and 10 minutes, so we should probably wrap up.
Awesome.
It's been great talking to you guys. Thank everybody out there for being here and hanging out with us. It's been really fun. And you, as we know, Michelle's project and Lucy's project are both available for free viewing today. And don't forget Jamie's freebie for
Yes.
candy cane
Yeah,
cards.
show
You go to her
it's
website.
really pretty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So our next live is at 1 p.m. Eastern time. What is our topic today? Beginner card making tools, tips, and tricks. So I will see you then. So thanks everybody and have a fantastic morning. Go watch some fun videos at the summit.
Thank you.
Thank you.